Waiting for you two here, folks. Oh, there we are. Good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning. And everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? Another weekend is in. Amazing. More bullshit than ever. What? Okay, let's start it off right. Hey, UK, how you doing? Ukraine, Canada, and all these folks in the United States. Ooh, what a weekend. Okay, I gotta quit saying that. The big thing with this now. Okay, it's not a kid. Here we go again. It's not a kid show, folks. So if you got Rugrats, Crumb Munchers running around, it's time to put them for a nap. If they're being homeschooled, it's break time. If they're old enough to be in school and they're not in school and it's nice outside, kick their ass outside. They don't need to be hearing me when I go off. And like I said, it's not a kid show. For big people. So you've been warned. Put some headphones on. Give them some headphones. Have them split up some headphones. I don't know what the hell you need to do, but get them the hell out of here. A lot of shit going on. Michigan tomorrow. Trump is having a rally. And I'm hoping a lot of our Michigan people show up. But stay outside. Don't go inside. It's just, that will just, you don't want the start of the Civil War starting at one of Trump's rallies. You know what I mean? So behave yourself. Stay outside, show your signs, stay across the street, whatever. Don't be intimidated, don't be afraid. There should be adequate police protection. So, that's what you need to do. And, so how's everything else working here today? Check my levels out, check everything's going on. If you can, you can hear me. Oh my. I guess so, huh? Oh, jeez. Okay, so, I'm going to post this on the socials. And I'm going to give this to you now, and then I'm going to put it on a picture and post it on the show here on YouTube. What you need to do. They got... Okay. Here we go. Here, I said it again. I'm going to go crazy with this. I know I am. I went nuts the last time, folks. I really did. I went off the rails trying to stop saying that okay. But anyway... Doge, Elon Musk and his minions killed off or eliminated 11 million people that had that 120-year-old whatever it is. But it turns out it was like 4 million. That's what they said, 11 million. It was 4 million. So how do you know you didn't get cut off? I mean, for seniors, it's easy, as soon as they miss a check, oh my. But what about you? Paying into it. Your employer's paying into it. What happens? Here's what you do. You can go to the Social Security online. I think it's ssa.gov. Let me look. No, not that one. I hate that. But anyway, give me a second. It's it says ssa.gov. says you could sign in. If you need to visit an office, schedule an appointment first. Find out how. What to know about proving your identity. Check eligibility for benefits. Get a benefits estimate. There you go. That's what you need to do. But you need to start an account. So on here, you open an account and then get a benefits estimate. And you could even you could do it online, or you can get a form to mail into them. But I wouldn't suggest getting the form. You could end up waiting forever for that. It could get lost in the mail. Since they're decimating the people that do that kind of stuff, that's why it would probably take forever. It might never get taken care of. So maybe do it online. Request an estimate, an earnings estimate. I mean, if you request an earning estimate, you must be alive, right? Ways to prove your identity. They're telling you to go to your local Social Security office if you need to prove your identity. I didn't go through the whole works yet. I'm going to. I just thought of that this morning after I saw again where they did 4 million people, killed them off. And the simple thing was, if they want to prove they're alive, they got to come in. What kind of bullshit is that? What has our government come to? It's absolutely insane. I have a dear friend of mine that took ill right after a survival camping trip. It's amazing. I can't believe it. I feel so bad for her. I hope she gets better. I felt so bad. She said about, I can't read the thing, but I thought she was doing a parody of The Last of Us, and she was actually sick because she used the, what the hell you call it, the parasite or the fungi name that creates zombie ants. I even watched the video of that. That shit is scary as hell, man. It gets in the ant and it infiltrates and goes into its brain. Fills it with hallucinogenics. How about that? Fills the brain with hallucinogenics and then causes the ant to go to where there's moisture and some other thing for it to survive or thrive. And once it gets there, it feeds off the insides of the ant. And as it grows, it just sprouts right out through the ant's shell and all this other crazy shit, man. It's I'm like, oh my God. So luckily right now is it won't pass through the to humans. It can't survive. So we're lucky that way. And that's the Last of Us is the result of it being able to be passed to humans and turns people into really crazy planty zombie type creatures that I don't know how they did that, get people to put all this grass in their mouth and shit like that. It's pretty cool. And the problem was I watched season 1 way back when, and then they come out with season 2 and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot half the shit was in season 1. So I'm going back and I'm redoing season 1. That tastes good. It's decaf, folks. I don't want to get caffeinated. I'll get too wound up. Not only that, tachycardia. Started giving me tachycardia. I've probably told you guys that 100 times already. I don't know. What's going on with the, what else? What else is going on? My team lost yesterday. Winnipeg Jets. Oh, they were tearing it up all season long. And then they won the first two in Winnipeg. And then they go to St. Louis. They're playing the St. Louis Blues. And they go to St. Louis and they fall apart. 7-2 the first game, 5-1 the second game. I'm like, damn. Why did they do? And their goalie he collapsed. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Today is election day in Canada. Voting begins I'm on the BBC. I always do BBC. Voting begins in Canada as Trump repeat calls for a country to become 51st U.S. state. Come on, give it up. It's election day in Canada, and the main party leaders have called on citizens to stay united amid U.S. tariff threats. Here's something they did on the news this morning, too, about this tariffs actions, because the two people that are running, Carney and this other yahoo, I can't even, let me look. Okay. Oh, no, shut up. No, I don't want to see that. Well, you guys put that No. They're going to force you. Oh, jeez. Okay, Mark Carney. Pierre Poilievre. Okay, did I say that right? Pierre Poilievre. Pierre. He's the conservative. And he's leaning more like a Trump-type candidate. But the actions of Trump has pushed a lot of people to the liberal Mark Carney that has replaced the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, which is a good thing. Poilievre told Trump to stay out of our election, and Carney urged Canadians to be united and strong against the crisis in the United States. An election expected to be a referendum on almost 10 years of liberal governance is now firmly centered on who can best stand up to Trump. Our live page editor and Canadian National, Jenna Moon, writes. Something else is going on here. This is Eloise Alana from Montreal. Concerns on immigration and women's rights drive young woman to vote conservative. Oh, that's scary. A young woman in Montreal who identifies as fiscally conservative and socially liberal has voted for the Conservatives despite long-standing support for the Liberals. Oh, she says if her peers knew how she voted, she would be seen as a harsh and selfish. Yes. And fears facing repercussions. Well, then why'd you vote that way? I know, you have to vote the way you feel, right? Sitting on a park bench in the sunshine, she explains that her views have shifted because she believes the country needs to correct course to better protect women's rights. Well, you're not going to get it with the Conservatives. They're trying to take women's rights away. This Poilievre, he is aligned with Trump and what Trump believes as far as, hey, women got to be in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant. What is wrong with you people? I'm pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ, and pro-immigration, she says, but some of the views being imported into Canada are very anti-woman. I don't think she knows what she's doing. Ooh, God, she did it wrong. As a woman, she explained that she sees a distant disdain towards women, which is chilling to the bone, adding, I don't have hatred toward that. I have fear. Okay, here we go with that word again. What I'm doing is reading part of the article, let you know where it's at, who wrote it. God bless the journalist. And you can read the rest of it yourself. I can't spend all day on one article, but that's the deal. So if you want to read the rest of that, that's falling under the BBC. Live voting begins in Canada as Trump repeats calls for country to become 51st U.S. state. Here's another big news story today. Huge power cut in Spain and Portugal. Doesn't seem to be caused by cyber attacks, say officials. A massive power cut has hit large parts of Spain and Portugal. The president of the EU Council and the Portuguese Prime Minister say there's no indication of a cyber attack. The Portuguese electricity operator earlier said the outage was caused by a rare atmospheric phenomenon related to variations in temperatures. What? The mayor of Madrid warns people to stay off the roads and only call the emergency service as truly urgent. The Spanish electricity operator says some power is being restored to several parts of the I guess it's Iberian Peninsula? Peninsular? It's Mangled news, folks. Get used to it. Right? A lot of you are. I keep saying it, but you know. What the hell is it? It's a title. People report driving to find open petrol stations, teaching in the dark and trying to find beer pumps in Benidorm. Here, 12:17 update. You went down. Oh my gosh. Power restored in parts of Spain, Prime Minister confirms. Pedro Sanchez continues saying electricity has been restored to some areas in the north and the south of Spain, thanks to help from France and Morocco. We urge you to turn to official channels for information, he says, imploring people in Spain to avoid falling for disinformation. They misdid the name. They're failing and falling. 12:08, still breaking. Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is now giving an update to reports. Reporters, he says the cause of the power cut is still unknown and warns against speculation. No cause has been discredited at this point, he adds. So if you want to read the rest of that, that's in there too. Rosenberg is saying, this is from Europe, what's Putin trying to achieve by calling a 3-day ceasefire? Vladimir Putin calls a 3-day ceasefire in May, coinciding with events marking the 80th anniversary of World War II's end. Do you believe him? When is a ceasefire a genuine attempt to secure peace, and when is it simply PR? It's a question that's been asked by a lot lately, mostly in relation to Russia's presidents. Short ceasefires are becoming quite the Kremlin thing. First, Vladimir Putin declared a 30-hour cessation of hostilities over Easter, portraying it as humanitarian gesture, and then he frickin' bombs an apartment building. Now, the Kremlin leader has announced a 3-day unilateral truce for early May. I would not know. I would rail on them. As soon as he stopped shooting, I would lay everything into them. 3-day unilateral truce. It will run from May 8th to May 10th to coincide with events marking the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. In a statement, the Kremlin said that for 72 hours, all military actions would cease. It cited humanitarian considerations again and made it clear Moscow expected Ukraine to fall. So, no, I don't care what you expect, dude. I'm going to bomb this. Why aren't they doing more to Moscow? You're afraid of a nuclear war? You know what? That's all it would take, one nuclear warhead. That's it. Game over. Game over. They would be pounded to dust. And this is a message, special message to Trump. If you, and I sent it to him already, if you dare abandon Ukraine, the whole world is going to turn on you. The whole world. We will be so screwed, we will never recover. Playing your stupid games, all right? To Trump. So what's going on in the socials? Let's go see what's going on over here. I got a lot of time. Oh, I got 9 minutes. I got to go through fast. Just be Pam. I'm in the jungle. Just voted for Team Liberal for Canada. Let's do this, Canada. There's a video on here. Macron, when he's angry, is quite something. And there's a video about him being mad. Fred Fella posted it. It's this. I want to scream exactly this as loudly as I can. It's a 44-second video. I can't play it. Damn! Because nobody going to see it. Ugh. Papa, Wolf, and Krampus. And who? Yeah, they don't even do the rest of it. No. All right. But anyway, he says, as Trump shuts down the suicide hotline, Canada has broadcasted their national hotline, which now has a toll-free American version. So take that, Trump. Disappointed Donna reposted Disappointed Donna. And she's replying to ATRUPAR. At. Who's that guy? Oh, Aaron Rupert. She's replying to Aaron Rupert. Oh, get with it, Chuck. The lies that come from this one man are so dangerous for everyone. The day he dies, the world will rejoice. It will become a national holiday of when we were freed from the constant manipulation of the truth. He is the absolute worst thing that has ever happened in the world. You got to get rid of J.D. Vance, too. And Mike Johnson. I don't know who else you got to get rid of. There's a whole ton of them. The White House is full of rats. The government is full of rats. You got to get rid of them all. The only way you're going to get rid of this, and don't ever, 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 ever think you could ever work with Republicans again. Never. The whole time they're working with you and everything else, they're thinking back in their mind, what a sucker, what a loser. I'll lead them on till I get what I want, and then I'll dump them. I'll ignore them. I won't help them. That's the Republican state of mind. Let's go over here, though. Oh, boy. Threads has really got some problems. Every time I go on there, it says failed to load this and that. It's crazy. Taking forever again. Following. Undo. Yeah, because when you do, for me, when I do for you, Nothing happens. It says all failed to link. So I got to go over to following. Alex Cole. Joan Hobby Todd. Joant 723. Posted an Alex Cole poster. First tariffs was about fentanyl, then about fair trade. Then it was about bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. Now it's about replacing the income tax. Magus, aren't you tired of him making you look like the stupid fools you are? This is so true. Oh, here we go. Tokyo San says, damn, and they are replying to WMF News. Breaking. Pope Francis has reportedly sent a letter warning U.S. bishops not to be duped by what he calls the fake Christianity of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, according to CNN. This is true. George Takei from Star Trek. Okay. Congressman Brand, Representative Brandon Gill. If you're here illegally, the only process you're due is deportation. But how do you know if someone's here illegally without giving them due process? And that's what James Sarawicki replied to Congressman Brandon Gill. What? You know, these people are so... Okay, another one from George. From Star Trek fame. Even Fox News can't spin President Trump's quickly dropping approval rating, as they revealed in a recent poll. Trump said, I read it this morning on the news, MSNBC, this lengthy tweet, whatever you post. He must have did it on social media about how fake and everything else, and this guy McClain or whatever was the best pollster ever, and even Fox News and there. Oh, everybody got to go to jail. Everybody. He's just like, my gosh. New. Oh, Marco Foster. Here we go. It starts. That's just what I said. Rogers Susu is Marco.Foster. New Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Pritzker. Okay, I said it. Yeah. I said okay. Last night called for mass protests against Donald Trump. Never before in my life have I called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption, but I am now. You heard it from your Illinois governor. He's ready. Mm-hmm. Another one from Rogers. Rogers Susu reposted Brad Cooney's. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. For all of you Christians who support Trump, Jesus would not be deporting children with stage 4 cancer. Jesus wouldn't be doing anything that Trump does. How about that? Where we at? Okay, where we at? Okay, that's it for that. Blue. Brian, okay, last one, real quick. Brian Tyler Cohen. Breaking. Representative Gary Connolly renounces that he is not running for re-election and will step down as ranking member of the Oversight Committee. Dear friends, I want to begin thanking you for your good wishes and compassion as I continue to tackle my diagnosis. Your outpouring of love and support has given me strength in my fights both against cancer and in our collective defense of democracy. When I announced my diagnosis 6 months ago, I promised transparency. After grueling treatments, we've learned that the cancer, while initially beaten back, has now returned. I'll do everything possible to continue, represent you, and thank you for your grace. The sun is setting on my time in public service, and this will be my last term in Congress. I will be stepping back as ranking member of the Oversight Committee soon, with no rancor and a full heart. I move into this final chapter full of pride in what we've accomplished together over 30 years. My loving family and staff sustain me. My extended family, you all have been a joy to serve. Your friend in public service, Gary Conley. And that's it. I'm going to see you guys Wednesday. I'm going to put up that Social Security thing. And we're still working on the memes and videos. So we'll get all that shit for you, you know. So you guys have a good day. I'm going to say goodbye to the radio people. I'm going to say goodbye to you, okay? So let's just do this shit. Where am I at? Oh, I love a parade. Come on, sing it, people. There you go. So anyway, what else is going on? 12 states are suing Trump. Okay, let's get ready to say goodbye. Goodbye. Don't get that Rona. Don't get sick. Whatever you do. And I'm going to say goodbye to you people now. Whoa, where's my thing at? Whoa. There it is. Holy shit, man. Be good, behave. I had a good time.